My name is Dave Swartz. I'm the Gulf Coast sales rep for Sauer Compressors USA, and Sauer Compressors is a subsidiary of JP Sauer and Son.
And we're, of course, here at gasworld's Helium Super Summit 2025. What is it that you at Sauer are hoping to get out of an event like this?
Well, obviously it's the networking and seeing some of the people that we deal with every day, business-wise. But, more importantly, it provides us with a high-level view of what's happening in the helium industry as a whole, not just in the U.S., but around the world. We're a global company, so it's important to understand, how things shift and move everywhere, not just here in the U.S.
And why exactly is it that events such as this are so important to the industry and to companies such as yourself as well?
Well, certainly, if you're just looking at, the dollars and cents of it all, it's important to be able to project and foresee, what business segments are going there, especially when you're a growing company, developing new products for certain markets, for certain industries. It's important to know if we're investing someplace, where else is everybody investing to? So it helps us kind of coordinate, what products we introduce, what products we look at, and so on and so forth.
Sure, and to pick up on that, Sauer Compressors, what's new for you guys, or do you have anything new around the corner maybe?
The biggest thing, and it's not really new, it's been out for the last couple of years, but it's our Orkin series compressors. They're the first one that was released is essentially going to be a modular compressor, and this one was our Orkin series, our 5173, was developed specifically for helium, gas tightness, and high pressure 5,000 psi delivery, gas delivery.
Okay, sure. And so that's what's new, but how about what's next for you guys? Is there anything coming around the corner? Any new exciting products coming up?
Well, what actually just came down the production line this year in our production line from Sauer USA were the introduction of our rental units. Those same Orkin 5173s are going to be now rental units. So we specifically focus on like transfill and recovery applications. And this is going to allow us to essentially provide an industry something that nobody else can do. We're the only ones that really focus on high pressure gas, and we're the only ones now with the rental fleet that can step in emergency situations, down situations, or even small test pilot situations where there may not be a lot of funding, but they have to test and prove something.
And what was it that led you to bringing a service like this to the market?
Well, our rentals division has, we've been wildly successful on the Navy side of things, on the government side of things for many years. Starting in 2014, we brought that to industry with just air and nitrogen. Throughout that process, what we've really learned is that there's a need for high pressure rental equipment across the board, no matter what the gas is. And once we got all the other holes filled of nitrogen and air and all these other gases, helium was the next obvious gas to introduce a product to for short-term and even long-term rentals.
Okay. And over the next couple of days, we of course have some great talking points that are going to be on stage and conversations happening as well during our networking breaks. So what are you particularly looking forward to over the next 2 days?
I'd like to see something about, some other major projects happening in the U.S. There's been a lot of talk in the previous years of, the BLM switching over to, the BLM reserve switching over to private ownership. And I think we're sort of past that. Now it's more, what's important is what's going to happen from here on out in the country as far as supply, demand, pricing, all that sort of thing.
Sure. And a final question for you, Dave. If you had a message to those who maybe can't make the event this year, what would be your message to them?
So much good information. Across the board from start to finish. We're obviously manufacturers promoting a product, but more importantly, you get so much good information about what's happening globally that you have to understand, to really be involved in this specialty gas market.
Fantastic. Well, Dave Swartz, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.